Hi, it's Robert with EKB. I want to talk to you a little bit about shower waterproofing, why it's important and why it's critical that you do it right, or whoever you hire does it right. You know, we've been in business a little over 20 years and we've torn out a lot of showers. When you look at this article, Shower Waterproofing, under the Resources tab on our website, you'll see a lot of pictures of moldy bathrooms. I took those pictures. Those are pictures from showers that we tore out right here in town. Most cases just a builder's shower, the basic way they do it. And what you'll find is almost every time they use the rubber liner. Now a lot of builders are doing different things. There's a lot of products on the market, but the rubber liner is still the go-to product of choice. It's basically like it sounds. It's just a sheet of rubber that they put down underneath the tiles on the floor, and they bring it up about 6 or 8 inches up the side of the walls, and it's a tray to catch water. The problem with the rubber liner, number one, is it only waterproofs the bottom 6 to 8 inches of the shower, nothing above that. A lot of the pictures of mold that you'll see I took were above that, but not all of them. But the second problem is whoever sets it needs to know how it works. A lot of people think tile and grout is waterproof. It's not. Most porcelain tiles are, not ceramics, but porcelain tiles are, but grout is far from waterproof. Grout is basically sand that's glued together. Water will go right through it. Grout just slows it down. And so that rubber liner is not there just in case it gets wet. That rubber liner is going to catch water. But a lot of guys don't understand that when they're setting these things because of the way they set them. The rubber liner meets code. The way that it's installed today in Oklahoma City meets code. Meeting code is like getting a 70 on your exam. It doesn't mean it's great. It doesn't mean it's exceptional. It's the bare minimum. Why not go above code? The way they install them, and I've never seen one done differently, the way they put them in here in town is they put them flat on the floor. Most homes in Oklahoma City, Edmond area are going to be concrete slabs, and so they'll take that rubber liner and they'll put it right down on the floor. Then they build a mud pack on top of that, and then they put their tiles. Now the mud packs are sloped, but the rubber liner is supposed to be sloped. I've got a picture here from Fine Home Building where they show that thin black line is the rubber liner. It's supposed to be set on top of a sloped mortar bed. Well, that's an extra day's work. Who wants to do that? They're supposed to come in on a raw flat slab, whether it's concrete or wood, subfloor. They're supposed to build a slope, let that dry, then put the rubber liner on it so that the rubber liner is sloped, then put more mud on there, then set your tiles. Why do they do that? That way when the rubber liner catches the water that it's going to catch, it goes into the drain. The way that we see them built is they're flat and the drain is sticking up in the middle. Water won't crawl up that hill. And so there is always water in the bottom of your shower. Every time you use that shower, you've got water down there. You let it sit for 6 months, there's still water down there because water doesn't drain out of it completely. It stays however high that drain is down there, that's how much water you have in the bottom of your shower, always. And then here's another example, fine example of a rubber liner and what it does best. It leaks. See the water? The shower's in there. Water's out here. So come into the shower with us, and you can see down below lots of water. And that's why if a shower's been there for 10, 15, 20 years, you got your money's worth out of it. But all too often we find them where they're failing and they're moldy. This article, I've capped it at the top with one I could not believe when I took the picture of that one. The gentleman didn't know how to fold it, whoever put that rubber liner in. It had only been in that house maybe 7, 8 months, and they were already getting mold growing in the baseboards. He had cut all the way through the rubber liner and folded it over and stapled it. So yeah, he put a rubber liner in, but obviously the installation failed, which we see in a lot of cases with water. We're big advocates of building science, and there's a lot of products out there that will build a better home, but the failure in these products is not the product, it's usually how it's installed. So anyway, we don't use the rubber liner. I do not like the rubber liners. I think they're a joke. But again, they meet code, and so that's why people use them. Talk about some other options for waterproofing a shower. What can you do? You'll see a lot of new builders that are doing this fluid applied product. And I think the fluid applied product is probably better because it's going to stick. It's better than the rubber liner, at least, because they'll come up the walls higher. But here's my one problem with it. When I'm at a tile store waiting on them to pull an order and I see that sample of that fluid applied product, I can pick that sample up, and without much effort I can tear it. Well, what do we have here? We've got wind. Where's your bathroom? Where's your closet? Closet's usually next to the shower in a lot of cases. When somebody closes that door, that wall shudders. When the wind blows, the house shudders just a little bit. Every time there's any microscopic movement, that rolled on product is moving, and I'm just leery of cracks developing because I can tear through that product without much effort. You're actually painting it on, and it becomes a pretty solid product on an already solid product: mortar, thin set, tiles. And so I just don't like that product. There's another rubberized type product that is on the market. It's a German company. That their system is real close to what I like, but it's not exact because of the way the floor and the wall meets. And I've got a picture of it on our website. They're gluing this together, so you're putting a lot of faith in glue right where the floor and the water meet, underneath the tiles and behind the tiles. So again, I'm just not a huge fan of that product as well. What I like is KERDI, K-E-R-D-I. It's by a company called Schluter. This is the product, and you have to work very, very hard to tear this product. It is a rubberized sheet that has fleece mechanically adhered to both sides. It is a very tough, durable product. You cannot hardly tear this stuff. We do this from the can light in the top all the way down to the drain. The entire shower is waterproofed with KERDI. Now, about, oh gosh, probably 10 years ago, they came out with KERDI Board, which is this product attached to foam core board. And this foam core is not the foam that you get in your packing when you buy a new TV set. This is high density polystyrene. Very, very tough product. And so in some applications, we'll prefer to use this over this. So if we've got a large span, this can move in a larger span, and so we won't use it then. We'll do something a little more rigid and then put the KERDI sheet membrane on top of that. Now, KERDI makes all kinds of other products that you can put in addition to this with a shower, such as the linear drains. And look at our website for our bathrooms, because you'll see a lot of pictures of the linear drain. We were one of the first ones to use them here in town. I love it. The linear drain, when you buy their linear drain, which isn't inexpensive, unfortunately, but it works, it already has this, again, mechanically fastened to the drain. So it's just a much less error-prone system. It's very, very well thought out and well put together. So when you put the whole thing together, with our showers, once the KERDI system is up and let it dry overnight, you can come in the next day and take a shower even though there's no tiles up. That's how waterproofing should work. The tile is just there to have a decorative element, to give you something nice to look at, to have a nice shower, a nice experience while you're in there. But this guy is going to take all the heavy lifting of waterproofing that shower. So that's how we do them. Again, if you got 10, 15, 20 years out of your rubber liner without any problems, you got your money's worth, because those, in my opinion, don't last that long. But the big issue we see with the rubber liner is just the installation systems that are incorrect, or the mold that's above that rubber liner inside the walls. So let us know what kind of questions you have, and thanks for watching our video.